BJJMMA.com here with the James Krause, who we've just found out is a TUF contestant now, official TUF contestant. The James Krause. How's that sound? You like that sound?
Yeah, it'll be a whole lot cooler if I win my fight to get in the house. You know, it's not official yet, so we still got one more fight to get in. I'll be happy then.
Cool. So this isn't the first time you've tried out for TUF. And in fact, I've heard a few stories before that maybe this time you weren't even thinking about doing it. So what finally convinced you to actually go out there and give it a try?
Yeah, actually I wasn't going to do it, and my boss made me go. He said he paid for my ticket to go. He made me go. You know, he was a college athlete, and he kind of regretted doing you know, some decisions he made, and you know, he didn't want the what if thing. So he made me go. He paid for my ticket, and I'm really thankful. You know, he helped me out a lot on it. You know, and it was good. I'm glad he did, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't even want to go, and I had no intentions on going.
So when were you told that you're going? How did you find out that you're actually going to be a contestant or fighting?
You know, they told us, I don't know, probably 3-4 weeks ago. They always keep it on wraps. You know what I mean? They don't like to, you know, they keep it on hush for the, you know, until the season starts or whatever, for the confidentiality or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I've probably known for like a month.
Cool. So for someone who doesn't understand the process at all, we kind of, as far as fans, we just see the show happen, but can you explain to us the process of what you had to go through just to actually make it on the show?
Yeah, they basically, they break it down into like 3 rounds. So, well, first of all, you gotta pay to fly out there. You know, you gotta pay for your food, your hotel, your plane ticket, all that stuff. You know, that in itself is, I don't want to call it a hassle, but it's a high risk. You know, for guys, you know, the fighters don't make a lot of money, so for guys that take $500-600 bucks, you know, pay for plane ticket and food and everything while you're out there, it's a big risk to some people. So. That alone, then when you get there, it's 3 rounds, it's an all-day thing, man. You're there from like 8 a.m. to however late. They've gotten a lot better about doing it this now compared to the other seasons. I tried out for one in Chicago, the US versus the UK, and I was there from 7 a.m. to like 2 a.m.
Oh, really?
It was like all-day deal. So now they break it up into 3 rounds. First round's grappling. You just grapple for a minute and a half. It's a random person, and if they like what they see, whether you get tapped or not, then you go into the next round, and then you hit pads. And then you go into an interview process, just a small interview, and then if they like you and then they send you back out to Vegas, which they pay for and all that stuff, and then they interview again, and then if you go to that, then you get the call and stuff.
Nice. So, you said you tried out before. You tried out for the UK versus USA. Was that the only one you tried out before?
No, I think I've lost count. I think it's my 3rd or 4th time trying out.
Okay, so what, in your opinion, what was different about this time that, you know, you got the call with the other ones that you didn't?
I think a lot of it was weight. I always tried out for the 70s because 55 is a huge cut for me, and it's gonna suck to stay there for 13 weeks. But you know, I don't think they like that. They seen all my fights were at 55, so they wanted me at 55, I guess. They never really told me that, so I just tried out for this one. Just, you know, they were doing 55 and 70. I said I'd do either one. So.
And everybody right on this show is gonna be 55. Now,
everybody,
right?
Yep, 32 people.
Yeah. So since hearing about you're now on the TUF, what's changed as far as, you know, in your personal life and your professional life? What's different?
Man, I found out, like I said, 3-4 weeks ago. I immediately quit my job. Just training, man, training full time, and it sucks because I don't get to see my wife very often. You know, I'm away from all my friends. I've just been training, I mean, hours and hours a day. So I'm here more than I am home. You know, I see my teammates more than I do my wife and my family. So it's bittersweet, you know.
Right. So along that line, you know, you said you're right now you're not seeing your wife, but you're getting ready to leave for about 13 weeks.
Yeah.
What's that going to be about?
It sucks. There's still no, you know, contact or anything like that. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard deal to get through, but you know, it's a great opportunity of a lifetime. So just gotta push through.
Well, that was another one of my questions because it is a longer show. Normally they shoot 6-week stints, so it kind of, you know, you're away from your family for 6 weeks or whatever. But still, at 13 weeks, they still have the same lockdown on you guys as far as outreach to your families and everything.
Correct. As far as I know, there's no contact. They have talked about doing fighter blogs. I don't know how exactly they're gonna do that. You know, but they've talked about that. They've mentioned it. So hopefully, you know, we get to do something. It sucks for us even more than, you know, the fighters' families, because they at least get to see us once a week on TV live.
Yeah, right. You don't get to see them.
Yeah, I don't get to see them do nothing. So.
Nice. And so, there's 32 guys going out there. Yeah. What do you know about any of them? Do you know anything about?
There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of talent. I'm not even going to go into names. There's a ton of guys out there that are able to win it. It's an extremely stacked season, probably better than last season, which I thought was a pretty talented season. There's definitely some guys that can make it in the UFC on this season.
For sure. One of the guys that's on this season has made some headlines today. Dakota Cochrane had a past in pornography and things. He's kind of a local guy, not necessarily local, but fought on a lot of local shows. What do you know about him? As a fighter, as a person, what's your opinion on him coming to the house?
You know, it's to be honest, he's a tough ass dude, man. I mean, I respect the guy a lot. I mean, I don't really care what he's done in the past. You know, this isn't about, you know, what I've done, what he's done, what whoever's done. You know, at the end of the day, we're all after the same thing here, and that's a contract, you know. And if anybody wants to sleep on him because of his past and doubt his skills because what he's done, you know, 6 or 7 years ago, then that's going to be a strong mistake on that person's part, because Dakota's got serious skills, and if you doubt that, they're going to find out the hard way.
Sure. Yeah, true. We've seen him fight a few times. He's definitely a talented fighter. Obviously, the big upside, the big positive is winning the contract, being in the UFC. But we've already kind of touched on it. But for 13 weeks, what's some of the negative maybe that or the biggest negative that you're not looking forward to?
Just missing my wife, my family, stupid as it sounds, my pets. Just everyday routine. You know what I mean? People get comfortable doing the day-to-day stuff, and you take somebody out of that, it kind of. You can almost drive you crazy, you know. You can't talk to anybody. You don't have internet. You don't have your phone. It just basically completely changes your life. You know what I mean? Like for 3 months, your life is completely different. You don't have any of the same routines you normally do, so it can drive you crazy. Sure.
So 6 weeks in a house, we've seen guys on former Ultimate Fighters go a little bit crazy. What do you think? You know, if you do make it into the house, are you prepared for 13 weeks of a bunch of fighters in the same house?
Yeah, you know, from the guys I've met so far, there's a couple of really cool guys, and I think if I get in with those guys, I think I'll be okay. You know, and I shouldn't say a couple. There's more than a couple. There's probably 5 or 6 dudes that are just really chill, and they have the same goals and aspirations I do. They're not idiots. And I think with this season being on FX, I think it's a lot better. I think they really shot for talent instead of just some of the goofballs they pull off. Right. But I'm excited, man. I really am. I would assume everybody is kind of mentally preparing themselves for 13 weeks. I know I am, and I think you kind of have to. So it's just something that we're all going to have to deal with, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime. So we just got to roll with the punches.
So when you got to college, you're going to be on the TUF house. Did you? Was there a certain aspect of training that you really kicked into gear, or was it just everything a lot more?
Everything a lot more. Short answer, just turning it up, being in shape. I'm not really worried about who I'm fighting. You can't, because you don't know.
Right.
From past seasons, they've told me that we're not going to find out who we're fighting until weigh-in. So you don't want to worry about anybody else. You just want to worry about yourself. You're complete in every area you can be. Your striking's on point at wrestling, jiu-jitsu, everything's good to go. You're in shape. And if I've done everything I can, there's nothing else I can do.
So going into the house, what do you think maybe is a strength? I said, what did you work on? But what do you think already that you're going to go in there with the strength maybe that some of the other guys don't have?
I think out of all the guys, I've got the most experience, or at least I'm one of the most experienced guys. I had big show experience. I fought for the WEC. I fought on HDNet numerous times. So the cameras and stuff, they don't really, they don't bug me or anything like that. I'm used to it. I've got a lot of fights. I'm somewhere between 40 and 50 fights now. Some of these guys are 3-0. I got a 15-4 pro record, so I have a ton of fights. Some of these dudes that they've got under 10 fights total. So I think that's a big deal to me. Not being nervous and having that, I got that composure that some of these younger guys don't have. I've been to the WEC, I've been cut. I know what it's like. I know the hard part of it, and I know I want to be here. Some of these guys don't know that yet.
So you got to go down to 155. A lot of your fights have been at 155. How's the weight cut going? How are things going as far as looking on weight? It's
actually really good. Today I left morning practice at 163.5. I got about a week left, so I'm way ahead of schedule. I've been working with Eric Terligi at Nutrition for Life. He does Anthony Pettis, Chad Mendez, Misha Tate. He does a lot of people's meal plans and stuff like that. So he's really done a great job helping me out. So I feel good.
And this is always the story. You were talking about the WC, and I've always wanted to ask you this, never had the chance, but you cut an incredible amount of weight from one of your Bellator fights, is that right? Can you tell me a little bit about that? How much you did cut, who is against?
I don't know the exact amount. I'm guessing 33 pounds in 5 days. I got the call on like a Wednesday or a Thursday or something at like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Really?
And I didn't eat for 24 hours straight. Didn't drink anything for 24 hours straight. Went straight home. Got off the plane, went home, and I weighed myself, and I was like 182 after not eating or drinking for 24 hours straight. So I don't know, what exactly it was. So it was somewhere above 30 pounds. I know that, and I did it in 5 days.
In 5 days. So it was just. Did you eat anything, or was it just training?
Very little, man. I really, honestly, I didn't hardly eat or drink anything for those 5 days. It was literally the worst week of my life. It was horrible.
So can we expect any madness from the James Krause in the house?
No, man, I don't think so. I'm just focused. I'm trying to win the thing. Who knows? It's hard to tell. It depends on who. People are gonna try to push your buttons. It's whatever. At the end of the day, I'm trying to get the contract. So that's the only thing I'm focused on right now. But cross that bridge when we get there.
Sure. And last year, tell us a little bit. We are sitting here at your gym, Grindhouse. Tell us a little bit about this place, the guys you're working with, not only here, but I know you've been doing a lot of work with Strike Force fighter Jason Hine.
Yeah, I work here with, I'm here full time, well, mostly. I train, Brian Davidson, a great striking coach. We have a ton of good pros here, probably don't know the names of. And I go out to HDMMA on Mondays and Tuesdays and work a little sparring and a little wrestling. Those guys are great wrestlers out there, so I try to improve there. But like I said, we got a great team here. They've got me ready for this. So.
And so, last, anybody you want to thank? Who's really I know you said Nutrition for Life, HDMMA. Who else has been a part of making this all happen?
Just the whole Grindhouse team, my wife, Joe Wooster, my manager, Eric Collegiate Nutrition for Life. The UFC for giving me the opportunity. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. Everybody really. There's not one person that's, it's a supportive effort. It's a team effort that everybody has to be involved in.
Sure. So, thank you very much, D. James Krause. Any final words for the fans who'll be watching this?
Follow me on Twitter.
There you go. Thank you very much, James Krause, for the time. You went out there to, is it Wisconsin or Minnesota?
It's Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
And you went and trained with Duke Rufus and their gym up there with Anthony Pettis, right?
Rufus Sport, yeah, man, they got a lot of good guys. They got Pettis, Eric Koch, Ben Askren, a bunch of other guys never heard of, so they're solid out there.
Yeah. So what was it like training with Pettis?
It was really good, it really shot my confidence up, to know I could hang with a guy like that. I was doing fine against him. He's so talented though, he's very creative. Yeah. And it was just really cool for me to, to see that I belong on that level.
Right. So he obviously just fought last Saturday, and you said, we were just talking a little bit, you said he did exactly what you thought he was going to do, huh?
Yeah, no, I went out there, I was supposed to be Joe Lazon, helping him get ready. He told me exactly what he was going to do. I said, man, what's your game plan? And he said, well, round one, I'm going to make everything hard. I'm going to try to stop the takedowns. I'm going to put punch in his face. I'm probably going to switch southpaw, which he did. Yeah. I'm going to circle towards his power, which he did. Yeah. He goes, I'm going to look for the head kick, which he did.
So you must have been a good Joe Lozon, huh?
Yeah, I guess. No, he's so good at hiding those kicks, man. He kicks people every day with them, and they train that crazy stuff all the time. So it's no surprise when he hits it.
Right.